The sit-in is over. Good afternoon, 39 degrees under a moonlit sky. I'm Ken Robinson, WJMO News. The sit-in at the Cleveland School Administration Building is now over. It began as an attempt to bring the Cleveland teacher strike to an end, and the protesters had vowed to stay until the strike was over, but that was 25 days ago. However, Mike Nelson, one of the original 40 protesters, told WJMO News that they did accomplish their objective.
One, national attention was brought to bear on our particular problem in Cleveland. Secondly, the community attention was focused on that single issue. Thirdly, community leaders were mobilized to at least start discussing and working toward concluding our school problem long-range plans. And then finally, the school boards, the teachers union, and the judge were forced to make a move. Not saying the best move, but they made a move.
Secretary of State Vance met with Kurt Waldheim at the UN today. They discussed possible economic action against Iran. Correspondent Mel Good reports from the UN.
Secretary General Waldheim met for 90 minutes with Secretary Vance this morning. Instead now of seeking 9 votes for sanctions against Iran, there's going to be a resolution presented which will ask Waldheim to fly to Iran to negotiate for release of the hostages, with the sanctions plan shelved for the time being. Reportedly, U.S. friends on the Council urged patience, warning against hasty action for sanctions, particularly when the students in Gatsabah threatened to try the Americans for spying if the Council voted for sanctions.
Meanwhile, Iran's Foreign Minister Gatsbadeh says Iran would like to hear what UN Secretary General Kurt Waldheim might have to say about the hostage situation. Gatsbadeh made that comment to newsmen as he left a meeting of the ruling Revolutionary Council in Tehran today. His remarks came as the Security Council was getting ready to discuss a UN request for sanctions against Iran. Many Americans have taken to the highways for the final weekend of 1979, and the death toll has begun to mount. 62 people have been killed in traffic accidents across the nation. The National Safety Council estimates that 360 to 440 persons could be killed in traffic accidents during the 4-day New Year's weekend. The Coast Guard says vastly improved weather conditions have prompted another search effort for the 28 Taiwanese crewmen who may be trapped in the hull of a freighter off the northern British Columbia coast. But a spokesman says the Coast Guard says he's not optimistic about finding any survivors. The vessel overturned Christmas Day in a storm. And the United States Atomic Safety and Licensing Board gave its approval to restart the Trojan nuclear plant in Ratoneer, Oregon. Officials shut it down last fall to strengthen it against earthquakes. Final permission to open the plant must come from the Nuclear Regulatory Commission and the state. A mosque in North Olmsted. Details within the hour on Famous 1490. Cleveland area weather, partly sunny. Well, it's not going to be partly sunny now, but it's going to be kind of dark with highs around 40. It's going to be partly cloudy tonight and tomorrow. Our lows will be around the mid-20s tonight. Highs Sunday will be about 40 to 45 degrees. Our chance of precipitation remains near 0% this afternoon and tonight. Right now, we have 39 degrees with Mansfield Mans at WJMO.
A plan to help Ohioans with dementia. It's 2 o'clock. I'm Ken Robinson. More on that story in less than 60 seconds. But first, traffic and weather.
From the Elk and Oak Traffic Center, if an auto accident caused you injury, call 1-800-ELK, Ohio. As we take a look across those area roads out there, we're finding that we have very light traffic volumes for us at this time, and currently accident and problem-free. Some construction to watch out for here on road both directions between East 6th and Ontario. We are reduced to 1 lane there at this time. James Johnson, WTAM Traffic on 1100 AM and 106.9 FM.
Cleveland weather from Channel 3 meteorologist Michael Estime.
Expect a mix of sun and clouds throughout your Saturday. Temperatures at 31 for a high with overnight lows falling down to 19. Tomorrow morning looks good. However, Sunday afternoon, evening, and overnight, snow showers on the way. 1 to 3 inches possible by daybreak on Monday.
Right now, 27 degrees at your severe weather station. 2 Ohio lawmakers plan a bill to help provide more support for dementia sufferers and their families. WTAM's Jared Allen has the story.
One Senate Republican and one Senate Democrat are co-sponsoring a bill to establish an Alzheimer's disease and dementia task force. Senator Kenny Yuko, a Cleveland area Republican.
An estimated, and listen to these figures, 5.7 million Americans suffer from this. disease right now. And there's over 220,000 Ohioans included in that group.
Senator Steve Wilson, a Republican from Mainville, northeast of Cincinnati.
Every other state has a plan on how to handle this crisis. Ohio does not have a plan.
That is what Senate Bill 24 seeks to change. The Alzheimer's Association backs the effort. In Columbus, Jared Allett, News Radio WTAM 1100.
U.S. Senator Rob Portman says a bill passed earlier this week to help the Ohio Erie Canal and migratory birds does not help preserve national parks. Portman says there's a $12 billion maintenance backlog at the parks.
Democrats, Republicans alike love the parks. People in America love our parks. But I think they are surprised to learn the fact that just underneath the surface, our parks are crumbling.
Portman is urging federal lawmakers to pass his Restore Our Parks Act and get the park system the $12 billion he says it needs to fix problems. A man wanted by police for a murder in Cleveland Heights has been found dead. WTAM's John Cooper has details.
A telephone tipster told police that the man they were searching for, Oscar Allen Jr., was holed up in a vacant unit of the Loganberry apartment complex in Richmond Heights. When police arrived there, they found that Allen was already dead from what appeared to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Allen was the prime suspect in the murder of Crystal Smith. Smith, a mother of 6, whose dead body who was found in her Cleveland Heights apartment back on January 22nd. She and Allen had been romantically involved. In the newsroom, I'm John Cooper, WTAM 1100.
It's now official. On Monday, the area where some travelers are dropped off and picked up at Cleveland Hopkins International Airport is changing again. Lyft, Uber, and taxis will once again be allowed to pull right up to the terminal just weeks after being pushed to a separate area. Airport Director Robert Kennedy says the reversal is partly the result of complaints by commercial drivers.
This airport has been gathering every quarter feedback from our guests here, not only on ground transportation, but amenities, air service, all of those things to improve it.
Once again, on Monday, commercial drivers can make their pickups and drop-offs at the terminal. Now, WTAM Sports. NBA All-Star festivities are continuing, and Cavaliers coach Larry Drew is hoping his team can use this downtime to practice their defense.
You know, defensively, we just have to be better, particularly with 50-50 balls. You know, I thought for the most part we were good with our coverage. Our individual defense wasn't at its best, but we have to be better as far as scrapping and coming up with 50-50 balls. We have to be better as far as boxing out.
The Cavaliers return to action on Thursday against the Phoenix Suns. Floyd Mayweather Jr. says he plans to fight a mystery opponent in Japan in a $10 million match. Mayweather told TMZ that he will go there 3 rounds with an unnamed boxer in July. This follows a New Year's Eve exhibition match for which he reportedly earned $9 million. Your next news update at 2:30 from the Claiborne Ford Lincoln Studios featuring the new 2019 Lincoln Nautilus. I'm Ken Robinson on Cleveland's News Radio, WTAM 1100.
Cleveland's news, traffic, weather, and sports. Voice activated.
Just say, Alexa,
play WTAM 1100.